On the 14th of April 1927, the first Volvo motor car rolled out of the factory in Gothenburg, driven by sales manager Hilding Johansson. An open-topped motor car with a 2-litre engine and 28 brake horsepower. The car, nicknamed Jakob, was understandably no great sales success. It was by no means easy to start a Swedish car company and break into the Nordic market with only a cabriolet in the range. Only 300 cars were sold during the first years the car was in production. Volvo's first really big success came in 1944, when the PV 444 was exhibited at the Stockholm Motor Show, held at the Royal Tennis Hall in Stockholm. The PV also quickly established itself as a big favourite amongst rally drivers. It frequently occurred that competitors refused to start a race if a Volvo was in the field, it being considered a waste of both time and petrol. In 1955, Volvo's concentrated efforts on exports to America gained real momentum, efforts which resulted in the USA becoming the company's largest market. In 1959, Volvo became the first motor manufacturer in the world to fit the 3-point seatbelt as standard in a mass-produced car. The inventor of the car safety belt, Niels Bohlin, received many fine awards, at the same time as his invention saved millions of lives. In the middle of the 1960s, Volvo presented the world's safest car. When the Volvo 144 was presented in 1966, it was voted Car of the Year in the Nordic countries. The 240 series, which was introduced in 1974, was developed based on this model. The timeless design has attracted customers all over the world for nearly 30 years. When production halted in 1993, 2.8 million 240 series cars had been built. During the 1970s, Volvo also started building cars in Holland. In 1976, the Volvo 343 was introduced, which in time became a really popular model. Volvo was first in the world with the catalytic converter and the lambda sonde. The exhaust emissions from these cars were so low that the American test team didn't believe the results. But everything was correct, and the Volvo 240 was voted the cleanest car sold in America. In the 80s, when the majority of motor manufacturers in the world concentrated on a rounder design form, the Volvo Car Corporation chose to go its own way. Both the Volvo 760 and the 740 created a great deal of attention and interest, and once again it was time to break new sales records. At the beginning of the 1990s, the Volvo Car Corporation presented its largest industrial project ever, the Volvo 850. The world-famous Volvo qualities, safety, reliability, function and environmental care were all packed into a new dynamic design that slowly but surely would transform the image of Volvo during the remainder of the 1990s. The Volvo 850 received glowing praise when it was presented to the press in 1991. This model has also won more awards and prizes than any of Volvo's other cars. Today, Volvo design their cars completely digitally, which enables designers and engineers to work much more rapidly to a higher level of quality. Both the cars and the people who drive them will change in the future. As one way of sounding out the reaction of tomorrow's customers and at the same time test new technologies, Volvo has built a number of conceptual cars in recent years. Here, the innovations of tomorrow can be tested with a view to developing even better, safer and more environment-friendly motor cars. Developments to satisfy the changing demands of tomorrow's motorists.